Okay, so it's moving day. Oh, and somebody wrecked my corner. Oh, brilliant. What if it's even worse than that? All right? Yeah, that is a broken corner. And anything can be fixed when it comes to drywall. First thing we do when we got corner damage like this is we take the back of the hammer and we separate any of that drywall mud that isn't bonded really well. Okay? Get back to where it has good bond. There we go. So, that's good bonded. All right, now generally speaking, drywall corner beads have got holes in the middle and holes on the outside. And if you're not aware of this, the holes in the middle are to be filled with the drywall compound and act like a bonding surface, okay? And the holes on the outside are designed to get screwed into the wood. So the first thing we're going to want to do is try to reattach the metal to create a new outside surface that we can mold. Because of the nature of the damage, we're going to use as many screws as we need. And if that means one screw in every hole, so be it. Now, most drywall corners have only got 2 coats of mud on them, all right? New home construction, they'll do a fill coat, and then they'll do a finish coat, and that's it. And so they don't really have a whole lot of, this is actually done really well. My son did this for me. He's learning. All right, so the idea here is we want to just have our knife coming up across, put the pressure on this side, and make sure that we don't have any metal sticking out past flat. We're good here. We're good here. And what I'm looking for is, I don't need anything bent sticking out as a protrusion. In this case, I can pass both sides without making contact. There's no chance that I'm going to be able to reform that metal corner bead into something I can use, but I can use my hot mud to repair this corner and make it look brand new. Okay, so we take our hot mud and we're basically just going to fill this in with some pressure. Again, using pressure means that we fill the gaps, we fill the cracks, we press this mud into those little tiny holes and get better bond. Okay, now, you're going to find that if you come out at an angle like this, a snowplow, it'll pull extra mud in this direction, away from the corner. And we'll just do that a couple of times. And on the first coat, we're not trying for perfect, we're trying for fill. There we go. Now I got more mud there than what I need. This is excessive ridge, but we're going to let it set up and dry just like this. There's no sense trying to make something perfect when it's on a repair mode. Remember, when it comes to taping and drywall, you have your tape coat, you have a fill coat, and you have a finish coat. The other holes, we had to do a tape coat. This is just go straight to the fill coat. Now that we've screwed it back, we're already on our second application, which is fill coat. Using hot mud, and we've reshaped the corner. And before this sets up, in about an hour, we'll be able to come back with our knife. We'll be able to shape that corner perfectly so that it's ready for this final finish coat. All right, not that tricky, okay? And we'll just shave and shape this. Now, in this particular case, I'm going to go with one more coat. It's easier to get a nice clean edge with the second coat. Here we are. And like with all things drywall, less is more. Okay? There we are. There we go. Now when that one's dry, we're going to come back with our sanding sponge. We're going to soften up that edge a little bit, make sure everything is nice and flat, and then we'll put on one more coat of all-purpose compound instead of hot mud. So that'll be a 3-coat finish, okay? we're going to just sand this until we are absolutely in love. Okay? I love that so much, I think I'm going to leave it, but I'm going to do, here's for you guys, I'm going to put just a little bit more mud on here so we can see. Pull it nice and tight. Yep, hardly anything. If you can't leave any mud on the wall, it means it's perfectly flat, okay? Just so you know. Wow. All right.